Hi guys, welcome back to Bunny Brick Designs. Welcome to all my new subscribers. So today, as you can see, we're doing wire wrapping, and I've got this stone. I've had it in my stash for a while. It's a bead. It's got a hole, so I figured we could do a wrap. And I think I might add. I'm gonna grab some copper spacer beads too for this, so that maybe we can add some copper spacer beads to go with it. So I haven't decided what I want to do. So we're gonna design it together. I was thinking maybe doing something where we have a point down here and then wrap wires. So I'm gonna take, I don't know, maybe a 20-inch section of wire. I'm gonna take a couple of those. And I'm using 20 gauge square wire, which I'm gonna need to get some more. I'm almost out. So I'm gonna take 2 pieces, I think, just to start. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna find the center of one just by holding the ends together and kind of pinching, because I do want this to go through the stone. That way I know the stone will sit on it and the stone won't come off. Now the hole on this stone's not very big, so I am going to just bend that open a little bit because I want the wire to sit on the back and just hold it. So I am going to do one wrap around so that that wire is attached. Now, I want to do something decorative down here, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. So first things first, I'm wondering if I should see if I can attach this wire to the bottom, or do I want to attach it to the top? Because I'd like to do some kind of a decorative swirl around. I think what we'll do is, for now, I'm going to add, I'm just going to wrap this wire around the wire that's sticking up just once. And I'm going to make this kind of a chaos wrap. And I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's basically, it's just where there's really no symmetry, no rhyme or reason. It's just wrapped. So now I've got this on there. Not that it's going to move up and down, but now I can decide what to do, because now I have at least 4 wires. So what I want to do first, I think, is make a loop. And I'm going to find my bail making pliers here. And I'm going to make a nice loop. So I'm going to bend this forward. I'm going to use the 3rd one. And I'm just going to make a loop here. And I know this wire is going to get in the way, so I'm just going to bend him down out of the way. And I'm just going to wrap a couple of times until I get down to that wire we just added. And so that's going to be a nice loop. And I want that so that this is going to be my front here. I don't want the big mess to be. So we're just going to, I think we're just going to take and just do some swirls. So I'm going to come around it, and I am going to do a kind of a chaos wrap, and I'm going to make some swirls, and we will anchor some of this down. That's why I've got my half round. I'm going to make a swirl there and just tuck that in back. Now I've got these 2 wires, and let's real quick, I'm going to anchor, I think I'm going to anchor these wires to this right here. I think that might work. and I'm gonna trim a little off. So this is gonna be a quick video, just because I wanted to wrap this. I've had it for a while in my stash, and again, going through my stash. Actually, we're gonna wrap it over, and I'm gonna try to go underneath there, like that, and wrap it around and tuck it so that it is into the stone. And I know I've just messed that up, and that's fine. We can fix that. So now that's into the stone quite nicely. And again, that's on the side there, but I think what we're gonna do, and I'm just going to get my pliers, I'm just gonna flatten this a little bit. And I think I wanna put some beads on my longer wire, and I'm going to start out with, I think, because I want to put some, so this has got a wide spot on this side, but on this side it's kind of flat, so I want to make it a little more symmetrical. Hi, Bunny! So Velvet's down by my feet again. As usual, every time I get on camera, she has to get her cookies. She was mad at me the other day because I picked her up and was playing with some things. I'm going to pause you guys for a second. I will be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I paused you because I saw a cruiser blocking traffic on my street, and I just went out to see what it was. So I'm going to insert a video and show you what was going on, probably at the end of this tutorial. It was hilarious. It was graduation night for the high school up the road, and they do a parade, and one of my neighbors dressed up like a dinosaur. So I'm still laughing from it. I will show that to you. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of that. All right, so anyways, we are going to be putting on some beads here. I need to find something to straighten this out, because there's a little bit of a kink in that. And I want to make sure I can get these tiny beads on, because I'm going to start with a 2 mil or 3 mil, 2 mil bead there. I'm going to put on a 3 millimeter, and then, or actually a 3, 4, and some 6 mils here. Just to do, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to see how many 3 6 mils do here. 2, 3. And that should get me halfway. That'll get me about halfway through. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another 4 mil or 3 or 4, and then 3 of these, and then do 2 and 1. And I think that will look good, because that will give me, that'll give me what I need to do the, so there's that, and then my last one here will get me all the way down and around, so I think that'll work. I am going to make this puff a little bit like that. And so what I'm going to do in order to anchor this, I'm going to go through this wire here, and I'm going to wrap it around, and I think I'm just going to do a swirl there so that it's swirled, and then I'm going to come up here and do a swirl there, and come up and wrap it around. I'm trying to think here, because those are a little loose, so I I think I'm going to wrap it around the bail, and then I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to come over in front there. So again, I want this to be a chaos wrap, so that will anchor that. And then I'm going to come down and back here, and I am going to come up and I'm going to do a swirl right here. And I'm just going to do a nice swirl there. And I think I am going to cut that off right there because I don't necessarily want that to go any further. And then we're going to curl this in just a little bit more into a rounder shape without, if I can do it without bending. There we go. There. And then I'm going to just tuck that guy right there. So now I've got this wire here left, and I may just do another wrap, and then I did another wrap, and I'm just going to do a swirl here and another swirl. So just a couple of swirls there, and come down and see if I can do another swirl. And I'm just going to clean these up a little bit so that this is just going to be trying not to bend that. I need, there we go. Trying not to nick the wires, and I nicked them a little bit, but that's fine. And I'm just going to turn that there. And I'm going to get my, where are they? There we go. I'm just going to snip this right there and finish curling this guy in right there. So we've got this chaos wrap. And so now it's just like a little caged wrap. I've got some beads on this side. Now I need to decide what I want to do. Do I want to put some beads over here? Because right now it's asymmetrical. And while I like these loops, I do need to anchor that there. And I need to anchor this one. I think I want to anchor that. Maybe, well, if I anchor that there, I think that should be okay. So I am just going to take a small piece of my half round, and I'm just going to do an anchor. So I'm going to use half round because I think it'll look better just doing a couple of wraps on this. It'll be flatter. So I'm just going to stick my wires through these two. Pull them tight. Make sure I'm not twisting my wire at all. And go through. And I'm just going to do a couple of wraps like that. And that's the beauty of half round. It makes a nice smooth wrap. So we're just going to tuck that in, and that guy doesn't have to go anywhere. It's just going to float free. I think I want to try to round this guy just a little. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bend him forward a little bit, get my pliers in there, kind of try to flatten this down a little bit and round that guy up. And round this guy up by pulling on him and then just tucking that flat against the stone. I do want to do something, I think, on this side. I'm wondering if I need to anchor those or if I need to add some beads, maybe a little twist here. So let's do that. Let's take some 26 gauge because we don't need some big wire. So I'm going to take some 26 gauge. I'm going to take about a foot, and I am going to just wrap it around this wire here, and I'm going to stick it through this way and just wrap it around a couple of times just to get it anchored. And so that's attached, and it's floating free, and that's fine. I think I want to do on this side, I think I'm going to do big, little for beads. So, or little, big. So there's a little one. There's a big one. Do a medium one. Because what I'm thinking is I want to do this and wrap it. We'll do that there. I'm going to wrap this underneath these two wires, which is going to secure those two wires. And tighten those up together, which will neaten those up. And I'm going to do another wrap on that there. And so this is just a turquoise stone. I don't even remember where I got this. All right, so we've got that there. Now I'm thinking that I'm coming out, I'm thinking a couple of smalls, maybe a medium. So let's put on 2 smalls. See what that looks like. See, that's going to get hidden. I think we'll do a medium first. Okay, so we got a medium. We'll do some smalls because there's a big bump there. So we'll do 2 smalls to go, or 3 smalls to go around the bump. And then medium. A large and a couple of mediums, or a medium, 1 medium, and then I need one more, I think one more medium, and that will get me yep. Now, do I want to, so then the question becomes, do I want to go around the stone like that, or do I want to, I think that just gave me an idea. So we're going to take and wrap, so I'm going to take off some beads, and I'm going to wrap this around this twist here, because I think that will look good. And then we'll do 2 wraps there just to anchor. Oops, if I can get through there. So now I've done 2 wraps there. So now I've got my beads anchored there, and I like that. And I think now I need a big bead or a small bead, or actually a medium bead, and then a large bead, and then do we want to go, I think we want to go like that across, actually two mediums, or a medium, yeah, 2 mediums, I think, because that large one was too big. And so this is where I'm changing my mind on placement, because I don't necessarily, well, now that looks good. Now see, that looks good. I need a small. Just one more small, because I want it to look like it's tapering off, because this is going to follow the stone, and see, that will tuck nicely in there. And now I can wrap the wire in here around one of my bases, although I want to make sure, so see, that was on the wrong side of, I want to make sure it's on this side of where it's coming out of the bead. Mostly because when I tighten this up, I want it to tuck in, and I'm just going to push it down to see if I can get it tight enough. I want it tucked in there. So now I'm going to go through, because I really want to anchor it to that. And I'm going to come through there, and I'm going to do that a second time, just to make sure it's nice and anchored. And we have, I like that. Yep, I like that. So there we go. All right, that looks fun. Now I'm just going to clean up the wires, and we're going to play for a second and see what is going on. And this guy can trim off. And I'm leaving a little bit of a tail, because what I'm doing here, because it's sticking forward, I want to tuck this so it's tucked under and inside where it's not going to snag anybody. So there we go. So we have a fun little cage. It's almost caged, and if I really wanted to, I could open that up and make it look like a cage there, to kind of clean that up a little bit. And so we have a really fun cage stone, and it's a lot more symmetrical now with the beads on there. So if you look at that, it's a chaos wrap, but it looks like it was specifically designed that way. And it's a fun little stone, fun little pendant, and it was a quick one. So anyways, I got to use something in my stash. I hope this gives you an idea. Now, you don't have to use turquoise for this. If you have any random stones, and if it doesn't have a hole in the center, you can do the same thing and just start wrapping your wires around so that you cage it, and that'll sit nicely on a neck. So anyways, that's a pendant. Now, I only did the one here, but again, that was 20 gauge wire, so that should hold up pretty well. As long as you're not messing with pliers. You can do 18 gauge, you could do 2, I could have done 2 wires there and just wrapped them, but I wanted a simple, I really just wanted a simple bail, so that you know, it doesn't detract from these wires here. I really like that. I think that's really fun. I like the little accent there with the flat wire. I'm enjoying this. I may keep this one for myself. I think that would be fun to wear in the summer to like the beach. Anyways, so I'm going to insert the video for what was going on in my neighborhood that I had to pause making jewelry. I'm going to put that in here. Oops, sorry. I shook the camera. I'm going to put that in at the end of this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, Nicole, start jumping up and down now. Go! Go!